The sunlight dances on my skin. My peace finally comes from within. My days are brighter, my nights blissful. Every thought that has held me captive have found themselves unsuccessful. I ran in circles, always missing the exit, overlooking what I needed and grabbing what I wanted. Only 5'2", but standing taller than ever, making changes, having growth, being able to look back and say, how could I do that? Giving grace to myself while receiving it from above. Recognizing my mistakes, there's no running back. I'm so proud to say that God has my back.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Culture Central.
And happy Black History Month. It's been a while since we've been here.
Yup, there's so much to catch up on. Rihanna, Grammys, Super Bowl, Pollock.
Wait, but hold on. Yes, but thank you, Mya, for reciting such an amazing poem. If you're interested in learning more about poetry at Penn State, follow Words Penn State on Instagram.
And if you've been following Culture Central on Instagram, I'm sure you've noticed our Black History Month post in collaboration with Belisario College of Communication. So thank you for highlighting Black history with us.
And since we're talking about Black excellence, stay tuned for not one, but two performances at the end of today's show. So, Eric, let's get into it.
Hey, yo, Jadyn, what's the word?
So, Super Bowl 57 happened.
Yup. I know everybody's sad. Sorry, y'all.
Yeah.
Eagles lost.
But
It's a rough day out here.
Let's not talk about wins and losses.
It's not about that. It's about the history being made, right?
Yeah, so it's the first time we had two Black quarterbacks face off against each other.
Clap it up, y'all.
Yep.
Who would have thought it take this long for these these QBs to really get that recognition to this at this level? So you know what? That's amazing. But also, what people really was talking about, Rihanna's halftime show. What'd you think?
Okay, so personally, I'm happy that she's having a baby Fenty #2.
Surprise appearance. That's the surprise guest.
So she wasn't paid to do the performance. She was only doing the performance, obviously because she wanted to reconnect with her fans, but they said her streams would go back up if she wasn't getting paid for the performance.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of people also don't get paid for the Super Bowl just because it's a marketing juggernaut. And me being from SMEO and all about marketing, the fact that she took out her Fenty and just did her makeup in the middle of the thing, her sales went crazy. And you're right, our music sales also went up. Everybody was streaming, so it was a big thing.
And something that she said too, she said, "The show was a celebration of my entire catalog. The hard part was putting in 17 years of work into 13 minutes.
Yo, I don't know if y'all remember, but we talked about what songs we wanted.
We did.
And her whole catalog was not that. I'm sorry. There was no Love on the Brain.
I know. I was looking forward to that one.
Yo, no Pon de Replay.
Don't get me started.
But you know what? It was all right, I guess. Honestly, she could have done better. She was just floating.
Come on.
But whatever.
My girl's
I know y'all
having a baby.
y'all gonna hate, but let's be real. Come on. Okay.
Okay, but the Grammys also happened too.
Yo,
so
more
it was
history.
the first time that the Grammys has a Black CEO for the Recording Academy, Harvey Mason Jr.
I mean, that's dope. Shout out to him. There was a lot of history made that night. Let's talk about the big one. Beyonce.
Yes.
She got 32 awards now, becoming the most nominated and the most awarded ever. So that's amazing in her own right. What else? What stood out to you? What were you feeling?
Okay, I also know that Harry Styles got Album of the Year. How did you feel about that?
Beyonce still don't got an Album of the Year. What does she have to do at this point? Let's be real. A lot of people didn't love Renaissance. Renaissance was not her best album, but still better than all those other ones. So what happened?
I don't know. It was a good one though.
Yeah, but you know what made me really happy?
What?
Bad Bunny took the stage.
Yes, and I know you're a big Bad Bunny fan.
Come on, Latinos represent always. But the fact that Spanish music got to the point where we're on the main stage and we're being awarded these awards in front of everybody at the same level, he made it into the pop categories, which is crazy for a Latin artist, and he comes from trap music. So the fact that he's at this point is amazing. So shout out to Bad Bunny for that as well.
It was also a night where Quavo did a tribute to Takeoff. However, Offset was not included in the performance. What do you think that means?
I was so heartbroken when I saw that, bro.
Yeah.
Because it was just at this point, regardless of your issues, regardless of, that's blood. That's blood. So it's you should be there to honor him. But I heard that Quavo didn't want him to. Offset wanted to. And that was the beef.
But that's crazy. Because, I would think they're like brothers. All of them have been together since I don't know. It's been years.
But
They're family.
they've been beefing before Takeoff died, though.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Because Migos turned into Neff and Few, or Unk and Few.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sad. It's sad. And, you know, like, I know everybody saw the viral clip that went around with Cardi B yelling, like, yo, y'all both wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, hopefully they can work it out. It's a family thing.
Mm-hmm.
But that was unfortunate.
Yeah.
But talking about hip-hop,
Mm-hmm.
50 years, y'all. It's been 50 years since the birth of hip-hop, and the Grammys celebrated it. Queen Latifah came out, Rakim, all the old heads. I loved it. I'm an old head, like, at heart. So I was excited, but...
I think it was nice to even see Glorilla and Lil Uzi on stage, too.
Jersey made an appearance at the Grammys, and I loved it. Yeah, Uzi did great. It was wonderful.
Wait, Uzi's from Philly?
Whatever. Y'all Jersey music, Philly music, y'all copied. Whatever.
Let's not get into that. But
we won't get into all that.
Okay, and then we also have the Billboard Top 50. Who was your favorites on the list? Who should be higher? Who should be lower? Let's talk about it.
So, I mean, people made the list that I expected to make the list, but the rankings were just ridiculous. Some of these were just wrong. I'm sorry. Yeah, they put Biggie at number 6. You're telling me Biggie's not even top 5? Are you out your mind? Are you out your mind?
I don't know. Honestly, I was just happy that I saw my girl Nicki Minaj in top 10. Personally, I feel like she should be higher, but I'm glad she made it for a female rapper too.
Yeah, speaking of female rappers, Lauryn Hill, yeah, I know I rep Lauryn Hill hard. She made number 30. I'll let it slide because she got like that 1-2 albums, but
yeah,
she should have been higher too.
Okay. I also had a little problem with J. Cole being number 15 because Kendrick Lamar is number 2. I feel like J. Cole, I feel like they're on the same level.
Kendrick and Cole?
Yeah, what do you think?
I think that's a debate that can go on forever. But what I'm really happy about is Jay-Z.
Number one. Yeah.
I think if it's not Biggie, it's Jay. But the fact that Biggie was all the way left behind is crazy to me. It should have been 1 and 2. Kendrick is not better than Biggie. Sorry, I said it.
Damn. Okay. I know you're also talking about Viola Davis. I know you're very happy about that one.
I am so happy. Look at this. He got. She got them all. Got him. But yeah, Viola finally won her Oscar for her spoken word about her album Finding
The
Me.
Grammy.
Excuse me. Yeah. So the Grammy, she won it for her spoken word album. And I'm so happy for her. Like I think she's what, like the second or third Black woman to be an EGOT, which is like, I know she's joining Whoopi
and Jennifer Hudson.
Exactly.
Yes.
So it's great company.
Absolutely.
But I know who didn't award her.
Yes, I know you had an issue with the Oscars snubbing her for The Woman King.
Yo, disrespectful. First off, let's talk about this really quickly. I don't know if you guys are paying attention to the Oscars or what's going on, but usually when it's award season, they have to campaign, and it's this whole process of working towards everyone seeing your movie and then voting for you. This woman came in out of nowhere. Her name was Andrea Riseborough, and she did a social media campaign. Yo, in the last week of Oscar voting, it's getting investigated because you don't do that. Like, it's not just... She's been nominated every single other place and did not get nominated at the Oscars because of this social media campaign. And it's like, it's sad that it was at the hands of 2 Black women, because Danielle Deadwyler also didn't get nominated.
Yeah.
And it's like, she played the mother in Till, an emotional performance, and was supposed to win. Didn't get nominated because this white woman really just snuck up in the category and just said, I know you went through the whole process, I know you did everything, but she doesn't need to. And I think that's what sits wrong with me about it all.
And what movie did she win for again?
She got nominated for Viola Davis for winning, or Andrea Riseborough?
Andrea.
Her movie is too lesbian. Nobody else saw it. Y'all ain't hear about it. Y'all ain't see it until everybody started posting about it. So I'm sure she's great, but it's just wrong to me.
I get
don't
that.
like it.
And speaking of Black content, so Malcolm Jamal Warner from Malcolm and Eddie, he's talking about how Black content switched from positivity to negativity. So in an interview that he did with the Breakfast Club, he said, Malcolm and Eddie was a show that showed Black people being funny without being stereotypical. There was almost like there was backlash for showing family values. What do you think? What do you think about the current climate of Black television, or, ethnic television today?
I have a problem. Like, I love TV. I love the film industry. I love it all. But I do agree. Like, what happened to Martin? Like, what happened to shows like that where you can just have fun living single, where it's just comedy and it's just good-hearted stuff? Everything is so trauma-based.
Yes.
Like, it's either nostalgia or trauma, and it's just being fed to us and fed to us and fed to us. And it's like, can we just laugh?
I know.
Can, like, we'd be fun, right? Like, we're fun people.
I feel like the last show that did that was Blackish, and that's pretty much over now.
Yeah, well, Grownish is still going, but yeah, I'm sure there's still like some black sitcoms, but this is not at the level that it used to be.
Yeah, definitely.
It used to be Moesha, it used to be everything, just one-on-one, like all those classic shows. Now we have just Blackish and Insecure.
Yeah,
but they're both done.
Crazy, right? And I know even Cardi B said something about that too, with her music. She was talking about after she released the song "Be Careful," which was more like a softer song, not too much of the rap and not too aggressive. She was saying that her sales went down with "Be Careful" compared to when she did like a softer song. I mean, a more like aggressive song. Yeah.
Well, and she got the Grammy now for "Be Careful" though.
Yeah.
But it's crazy. Like people just don't. They just not here with it.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's crazy.
Yeah. No, I don't know. It's unfortunate because I think we should be at a place all together where we can just support and have fun. So, but speaking of negatives, let's talk about negatives going on around campus. Pollock made the news, y'all. And if you're watching this, you probably lived at Pollock at one point in your life because I agree. It is, the Daily Collegian made a story, if you haven't noticed. I mean, if you haven't heard about it. And they spoke about how Pollock was basically where they put all the students of color and all the scholarship kids. And as an RA in Pollock, I can agree that a lot of my friends were in Pollock and there were people of color. Yes, there's still people that... I guess not a colored people. There's white people, but it's really black and brown. The stats are there. Just look at it. If you haven't read it, read it. But you know what was crazy to me?
What?
The comments when that went on social media, and then you had people that are not even like attending school here, that people that graduated,
or even parents.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Y'all wildin'. Y'all wildin' because you don't know the experience anymore. It's changed. And it's weird because that's the only unrenovated complex. And when I walked in, that's the first thing I thought. I said, this looks like the projects. This looks like a jail cell. Like, you know, my air conditioner, I got lucky to have one because no one else did, was held up by duct tape.
That's crazy.
For a whole year, like,
yeah.
And I'm sure I didn't want to complain because no one else had AC.
Right.
So it was like they were all cold, they were all hot. I was like, let me just take my duct tape and chill. But supposed to get renovated real soon.
Yeah, there are changes that need to be made.
Yeah, for sure.
Obviously, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Do you have like friends from Pollock?
Honestly, no. I got lucky. I came. What should have been like that year for me, I was at home during COVID.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
But I do hear a lot of stories about Pollock.
They got work to do.
Yeah. And in other sadder news, the students at Michigan State University, some of them experienced a lot of trauma because there was an active shooter on campus. So 3 students died and 5 were wounded. So the students are Brian Frazier, Alexandria Venner, and Ariel Anderson. And the killer had no relationship to the school whatsoever.
At all?
No. He wasn't a student. He wasn't faculty. He was not a parent. He was just an angry person.
Yo, what are we doing, guys? What are we doing? Like, it's ridiculous. Like, the fact that this is Michigan, this is a school that we play with. This is a school that, you know, we're familiar with. The fact that we have to go through this and relive this, and I know there was people from Sandy Hook that attend Michigan State that reliving the same. What are we waiting for? What are we waiting for? Because at this point, it's so dangerous.
It's just such a traumatic experience that no one should ever have to go through.
And you heard that he was trying to go to Jersey after?
Are you serious?
Yeah, he had like, apparently he was trying to go to like 2 different spots in Jersey after.
That's crazy.
It's like, we're not far from like these locations. It's scary. Guys, please be careful, protect yourself. Like, just watch your surroundings, bro, because you never know who you're letting in. You never know.
Be careful about posting your location.
Yes.
Yeah. And as usual, if you need mental health services, visit CAPS.
Yeah. Guys, be safe out there. Spread love, spread joy. This is not what we're about. We're not about this negativity. This is a celebration month. This is a love month. So get out there and just spread love, y'all.
Well, that's it for What's the Word today. Next, we have Mitchell Brown with Keep It a Bean, NAACP edition.
Happy Black History Month, everybody. It's your boy Mitchell for Culture Central. In collaboration with the Penn State chapter of the NAACP, we're going to go around asking students what it means to them to be people of color on campus. Let's go. All right, so who am I here with today?
Jadyn. Eric. Tilly. I'm Yassine.
All right, so who am I here with today?
Him, Cam.
Guys, I'm here with my fellow sports specialist on Culture Central-ish. All right, so guys, I'm here with the first vice president of the Penn State chapter of the NAACP. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling blessed.
All right, so bro, let me ask you, what does being a minority at Penn State mean to you?
Being a minority at Penn State just means you gotta be on your best behavior.
It's very important. I feel like, especially at a PWI, being able to find your community and the fact that we can unite together and just support each other is such a beautiful thing, especially here.
It means opportunity, in my opinion. You take advantage of everything because you shine, you stand out.
So feeling how you feel, what motivates you to keep going on campus?
I guess my dream to actually like coming to college and then like having the sense of community here, that's what keep me going. And then sisters in my sorority, they keep me going, and my friends.
Just my support system, my friends that I made along the way, family, of course, from back home, and just being a part of like a lot of groups like BMLS, for example. Just trying to be involved in campus as much as I can.
What motivates me to keep going on campus is like I'm a senior, so I think about like the underclassmen and like think about a time when I was a freshman and I was kind of like, where are the black people? So I keep going just so like people can feel more involved at a closer time. I know I didn't feel involved until like second semester, so I want people like as soon as they step foot on campus, they feel the presence, and it's just like, okay, I have a sense of community, and it motivates them to like get involved as well.
With that, what is your biggest dream?
I just want to graduate. I just want to graduate. I'm an IST major, so I want to do something big at the college, and I guess a small goal is just to make the dean's list.
My biggest dream, well, just make it out. You got to make something of myself, you know, try to inspire and people who give back. I want to be one of those people that's able to give back because, you know, most of us don't come from a lot, I don't want to say nothing, but most of us don't come for a lot. And, you know, just want to be able to give back to the community that shaped me.
Academically, to graduate and then to become a sports entertainment lawyer.
Probably overseeing the company, probably a manager, CEO, you know, let's say NFL, Nike, ESPN, somewhere along down that line. That's my end goal. That's my biggest dream.
To work for the film industry, definitely be on set. Maybe work as a recruiter for like Warner Brothers, Paramount, or work as like a gaffer, cinematographer, so many options, but definitely be in the industry, make an impact in the industry. Maybe win some awards one day.
Yeah, I want to be a physician, and I also want to create a nonprofit organization for younger black girls who want to go into the healthcare field that don't have the proper funding for it, so that's my biggest goal.
Okay, so my last question for you today is, how do you shine in the dark?
That's a great question. Knowing that I have a sense of community and also orgs that I'm part of Darkstorm, the only step team here at Penn State. Thank you. And then also my sorority, Sigma Lambda Gamma National Sorority Incorporated. So I think just like knowing that there's opportunities and then like being a part of these orgs, that's all. And I'm also like a bubbly person, so I'm just always happy.
Just keep my head down, just keep pushing. Don't think about the negatives, don't think about the positives. Just keep pushing, and you see the results.
I mean, you got to be the light. To shine in the dark, you got to be the light. And you got to keep going, keep yourself motivated, keep pushing, and try to motivate others.
Just trying to help everybody in my circle, trying to help the community as much as I can. It's just little stuff like that that I think helps me shine in the dark.
I shine by just smiling through life's issues.
What I'm doing right now, you know, shining in the dark means going out your way and basically doing things other people aren't doing.
I don't know. I feel like being myself, being your authentic self is like one of the most important things ever, honestly, and that makes you shine. When you're yourself, you shine. You're unique, so let that be you.
You made me happy. This you can bear. You stood right beside me. Yeah.
having a good time over here.
I won't be foolish, no. I wanna know.
Thank you, Mitchell. In January, we had the privilege of hosting the MLK Commemorative Committee guest speaker, Ms. Arlena Nawaka Blanchard. She's a marketer, entrepreneur, and leader in the Crown Act movement. Here's a short segment of the interview.
And that's such a powerful story. With so many different things going on in the world, discrimination, colorism, and all of these other things. What other acts would you like to see grow? What campaigns would you like to see come out of this movement? And what other initiatives would you like to see?
Oh, no, that's a great question. So the thing about the Crown Act is one. I think, this whole conversation about racial equity, 2020, right? It's not that it was new. You guys, as Black people in this country, and in fact, all over the world, you can look at what's happening in England, you can look at what's happening in Brazil, you can look at what's happening in the continent, right? And what colonization did. There's always been a struggle to change the social hierarchy. And 2020 just took everything to new heights, right? It's a racial reckoning in which we said no more, right? No more. But the journey, the movement, the struggle is not new. And so many have paved the way before us. So the Crown Act, to me, rather than being really new, is just an evolution of the journey, the civil rights journey, right? And with passing laws, what we do know, because even looking at the Civil Rights Act, and you're talking about 50 years ago, what you do know is passing a law doesn't mean that you change culture, that you shift hearts and minds, or you change behavior. So what I'd love to see happen is how we actually, now that we have laws being passed, that we operationalize those laws, which means we enforce new behaviors, right? And I say enforce rather than encourage, because that's what law can do, right? You can encourage, people don't have to. But if there's a law, right, there are repercussions, there are consequences. So I'd like to see in the corporate world, in workplaces, and that's work we're doing, and also in schools, where we're holding people accountable, where we're doing the education around the Crown Act, where we're helping people understand what hair bias looks like. See, there's a difference between bias and discrimination. Bias is you feel a certain way and you behave a certain way. Discrimination is you behave a certain way that denies somebody an opportunity, that makes it inequitable for them versus somebody else. And that's illegal where the Crown Act exists. So I want to see more education, more awareness, and more accountability in schools and workplaces. So that's key. But as far as social action is concerned and racial equity, which is, what's really, really important to me and has become really the nucleus of my work and my passion, is seeing equity for all, not just the Black community, but when it comes to gender equity, equity for the LGBTQ community, equity for any of those who are underestimated. Forget underrepresented. I say underestimated because we are all so much greater than what the social structure affords us in so many ways. So, when we talk about the Crown Act, I underscore all the time and punctuate. This is an economic conversation, right? So I would like to see how that contributes to economic equity and a conversation that we're having about bias in economic equity, which is some of the work we're doing with clients that we have in the financial industry, which is what is the bias and stereotype that we hold against certain groups of people, specifically Black people, that then, encourage or influence the way people behave towards us, which means we will never be on parity socially or economically unless we make those shifts. So that's what I'm committed to and passionate about.
Thank you so much, Ms. Orlina, for speaking with us. Now, for the very first time, we have our first solo stage performance with the talented MB3.
on a higher level, so please watch what you saying. Bear witness, this is when confidence meets creation. I've been disconnected, don't care about making statements. I've been living life without need of an explanation. Tearing out my pages, writing these words with anger. Fueled by the pain that lingers inside my brain. I try to maintain the feelings that I embrace, but I can't save face when the feeling just not the same then. Then one verse later, my future favors the legendary status of a hip-hop rhyme savior. 4TC, cause I'm a young black innovator. I cater to those who anticipated my downfall in the game. Blood thick as water when people so quick to change. Women in my life know it's dangerous at this place. Come and take a shot while I'm standing at point blank range, but don't tell a lie on me. And I won't tell the truth about you. That's what my dad taught me. 10 years later, I'm preaching about what the bad taught me. Pay close attention, these lines gon' make 'em mad salty. It's funny how the ones who want my greatest outcome be the same ones who never even played my album. I was told to crash and burn without the help I scouted. That just shows me a support ain't really all about it. You can tell me that you special, I just highly doubt it. If you got a problem with me, better walk around it. The talk of the town as far as I know. Keep playing with me, a franchise in my notes. The last man who told me he was gonna out-rap me probably still live in my area cause he gave up on his goals, yelling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've been living life without need of an explanation. One verse later, my future favors the legendary status of a hip-hop rhyme savior. I'm just a game changer. Guess I gotta get me out of reach, right? Courtside, gotta make the seats, right? You wanna get some money just to eat, right? We keep it contracts, just don't let it breach, right? Breaking news, the greatest rapper is here. Only at my best when I'm only best in my peers. And when the money talk is a lie you can overhear, but we only here for the money like coins come out our ears. New magic, I'm a wizard because I'm crafty. John Wall status for homies that stuck in traffic. Escaping from reality because I'm feeling trapped. I'm in a sunken place and I don't know when I'll be coming back. So it's better love me now than you just love me never. They can never do you wrong if you keep moving clever. You gotta find a balance. I've been fighting my demons and when I lose, I still gotta give me an A for effort. Head on a swivel, I'm watching my steps. God got his hands on me, he ain't done with me yet. In the past, people test me like a company check. They stretching dollar for dollar, they got what they got and they left. Look, my heart fades slowly. I'm done waiting, I'm ready to take back what they owe me. It's competition around these parts, my circle winners only. And if you knew the sacrifice, you wouldn't like the old me. A new image, I'm running bases and fast switches. To really understand this game, you gotta have ambition. Don't get it twisted, I'm still expecting my legal tension. Now I'm the Teflon Don as far as my name is mentioned. I couldn't really stand the rain, but it's a new addition. And I know I've been gone a while, so just give me a minute. It's breaking records while I move like Shaq off his pivot. Pen is ridiculous, he boys need occupational visits. If my music is a dream, then let me live my gimmick. I'm Machiavelli in the East. Rose grew from concrete, but my concrete is just a mental prison. You lack the vision in the city where everyone miss it. It's not a classic. I've been living life without need of an explanation. And 10 minutes later, my future favors the legendary status of a hip-hop rhyme savior.
Nah, Mitch could really spit. Next, we have Penn State's only African dance team, Afrique Fusion.
This is Afrique Fusion.
Ololade Miyashake.
Pàdí mi hustle lọ, tó dìgbà tí bá ní kò bọ́kù lọ. Àlàyé mi sáré tẹ bọ́tì lọ. Gbogbo nǹkan kọ́ ló máa fi ń jọ̀gọ̀jọ̀. Ká lọ ṣe shopping jọ. I know they send that they chop my life. 100% we dey gbádùn lọ. Àwọn tí o fẹ́ wa kọ́ máa struggle lọ. The money long cause I don bàṣẹ. Now everybody want to tear my share. Asalaam alaikum. I get many disciples.
Attention about face.
Sometimes they show slow, them a call.
Proceed.
If you can play B for boss, when I'm a can T for toss. On my mind, yeah, B for boss. Be here for the paper, yes, of course. I'll be my Omega, girl, she girl Omega. I can tell them my trouble, don't give it to me. I'll leave do.
This is Afrique Fusion.
Now that was a great way to end our Black History Month episode. Thank you, Afrique Fusion.
Yep, but that's it for Culture Central today. Thank you so much for watching.
For the culture.
We are Culture Central.
Hold up, wait, fit check. This might make the video, so hold on. Fit check, first of all. It's Black History Month. We gotta start off front. Hold up. You see the Bob Marley, bro. You don't gotta, you see the, come on. What does being a minority at Penn State mean to you?
Honestly, it means to be black, not black, but colored. And honestly, I don't know. What is a minority in Penn State?
All right, so who am I here with today?
P-Dub, a.k.a. Patrick, a.k.a. the man himself, a.k.a. Let me stop, that's it.
So we go for the...
I was so close.
All right. Okay, hold on, we get right.
Involved. Make sure you're getting your work done while you're doing it. You're going to feel good. You're going to feel like you're making an impact.